Welcome to Krakow, Poland. Krakow, a southern Poland city near the border of Czech Republic, is known for its well-preserved medieval core and Jewish quarter. Its old town, ringed by plenty park and remnants of the city medieval walls, is centered on the stately, expansive Rhineck Glony Market Square. This plaza is the site of the Cloth Hall, a Renaissance-era trading outpost, and St. Mary's Basilica, a 14th century Gothic church. Excerpts from Google. St. Mary's Basilica is a brick Gothic church adjacent to the main market square in Krakow, Poland. Built in the 14th century, its foundation date back to the early 13th century and serve as one of the best examples of Polish Gothic architecture. Standing 80 meters (262 feet) tall, it is particularly famous for its wooden altarpiece carved by Veit Strauss. Some of its monumental polychrome murals were designed by Poland's leading history painter Jan Matejko, 1898 to 1891. In 1978, it became UNESCO World Heritage alongside Historic Center of Krakow. Excerpts from Wikipedia. Today's Eros Bendato, often affectionately referred to as the Head, still sits in Krakow's main square and have become a well-loved tourist spot. Visitors come to admire Mythology's intriguing work depicting Eros, the Greek god of love and desire, with his head laid horizontally to the ground. Excerpts from Wikipedia. The Wawel Royal Castle, Polish pronunciation Wawel. The Wawel Hill on which it sits constitutes the most historically and culturally significant site in Poland, a fortified residency on the Wielliczka River in Krakow. It was established on the orders of King Casimir III the Great and enlarged over the centuries into a number of structures around an Italian-styled courtyard. It represents nearly all European architecture style of the medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque periods. Excerpts from Wikipedia. The current castle was built in the 14th century and expanded over the next hundred of years. In 1978, Wawel was declared the first World Heritage Site as part of the Historic Center of Krakow. In 1978, Karol Wojtyła, Archbishop of Krakow, was elevated to the papacy as Pope John Paul II, the first non-Italian pope in 455 years. The Wieliczka Salt Mine is a salt mine in the town of Wieliczka near Krakow, southern Poland. From Neolithic times, sodium chloride, which is normally our table salt, was produced there from the upwelling brine. The Wieliczka salt mine, excavated from the 13th century, produced table salt continuously until 2007 as one of the world's oldest operating salt mines. Throughout its history, the Royal Salt Mine was operated by Zupi Krakowski, Krakow Salt Mine Company. Due to the falling salt price and mine flooding, commercial salt mining was discontinued in 1996. The Wieliczka Salt Mine is now an official Polish historic monument and a UNESCO World Heritage. Excerpts from Wikipedia. The scene of a miner with a lump of salt kneeling in front of Princess Kinga became a frequent motif of paintings and sculptures created by miners. At the end of the 17th century, Kinga was beatified, and in June 1999, she was canonized. Poles and miners in particular honor her to this day. The rock salt sculpture depicting Pope John Paul II. The Chapel of St. Kinga, an enormous hall lit by salt crystal chandeliers that took 3 men 67 years to carve and decorate. The Wieliczka chamber, that plenty of wood has been used on these high rafters, located 109 meters 360 feet underground. This room stands out as being the only room on the tourist route constructed using such large amount of timber, a design created by miners that continues to outstun visitors to this day. The statue of King Casimir III, the King of Poland from 1333 to 1370. He is known for bringing wealth and prosperity to a kingdom weakened by war. The electric car tour takes you to all of Krakow's famous landmark and reveals Krakow's colorful history. The tour offers you a choice of a recorded commentary in 12 languages, excerpts from www.tripadvisory.com. Schindler Factory, a former metal item factory in Krakow, was the famous site of Oskar Schindler's remarkable movement to save Jews from the atrocities inflicted by the Nazis during World War II. Under the cover of his enamel factory, he hired over 1,000 Jewish workers and saved them from a grisly fate in the concentration camps. The site is now a historical museum that hosts exhibitions giving you a peek of life during the war. If you're a fan of the movie Schindler's List, visiting this historic site is a must. Excerpts from Schindler's Factory.